Hey, how's it going, guys? One Madass here, and today we will be installing our dual sport tires for the Madass.
Game over, Rick.
Why you hating on me with your mad ass? Why you hating on me with your mad ass? Why you hating on me with your mad ass? Why you hating on me with your mad ass? On me with your mad ass. The Bangz and the Louis, twin chop suey, rolling gooey, going stewy. I blow like a bluey. I stack it by the duffel, push it by the trailer. Spray your whole drum load, squeezing on the cater. I perfected the forbidden. I got the impossible, I did the most. I'm so mad ass.
So here it is. We have the front tires, the Shinko, the SR244 3.0 16. This is the 244 series dual sport. As you can see here, this is the thread. It's like a knobby tire type. As you can see, as you know, this can be used for front or rear. Max speed is 150 kilometers. This is 93 miles per hour. I don't have to worry about that because I don't go that fast anyways. The date of manufacture, like I said, is one of the most important things here. You don't want the tire to be more than 10 years in manufacture date. Say it's 0516, so it's made on the 5th week of 2016. The rear tire, as you can see right here, this is the rear tire. This is the Bridgestone Trailwing TW40 rear tire. This is a 120/90/16. This is a little bit bigger than the OEM, a 120/70, the one I have in my rear tire right now. And the date of manufacture here, it's a TBN 1716, so I guess it was made on the 17th week of 2016, so we're good. Well, it's made in Japan. I just get a little good look of how the thread here looks like, as you can see right there. Of course, the Madass run on tubeless. It's a tubeless tire, a tubeless rim, but I got the tire, both tire, as a matter of fact, is a tube type tire, meaning I have to use tube. So I had to purchase tubes for this tire. This is for the rear, and for the front, fits perfectly. This is a Kenda, the 2.75 3.0/16 TR4. That's the valve. So this is for the rear, and this is for the front. But they say you can put an inner tube on these tubeless rims, that is, but you cannot use this tire as a tubeless because it's a tube type. So, and by the way, I did get the Enduro fender here. This is the one that I replaced a few months ago. The fender, I may have to remove this. So there you go, folks, let's get started. So here are the things that I invested onto as well as rim protectors. And a couple of these, I guess it's best to have at least 3, but I got 2. This is the Motion Pro tire spoon. Windex to make your job a little easier. They'll spray, you know, just to kind of like lubricate, and as far as removing the tires and installing tires easily. And of course, a hair dryer. A hair dryer, of course, is to heat up the new tires. You want to heat it up before you install it because warmer and hotter tires are much easier to work with. You know, trust me. I mean, because when it's hot, it expands and it moves kind of more easier. So it's easier for you to install the tire when it's hot. Or, you know, if it's hot outside, you know, you can just kind of grab your tires. You know, grab the tires and just kind of like leave it out in the sun. Or if it's too cloudy, if it's raining, if it's cold, or if it's winter, then the hair dryer is the best option. So there it is, folks. That is the hair dryer technique to warm up your tire before installation. As far as the size, using a number 10. Once it's off, now we can put this and make it work easy with a jack stand. Just to lift it, yeah, you can use a jack stand on both sides of the pegs. But I like to put it on the base here. Of course, you can't put it on the pegs because it's just gonna fall off. But the base here is where I put it. If you're not too sure, if you're having a difficult time doing that, I suggest that you get a helper. And once it sits on both stands, and then you're good. Now it's stable. Pull that out. There you go. No way there. There you go. You can just leave the brake line, brake kind of hanging there. It kind of holds to that little mount there, and then that's it. Good. Alright folks, now while the new tires is out there in the sun getting warmed up, we're going to This rear tire now is pretty warm enough to work on. It's pretty hot. We're going to remove the valve. I think we're going from tubeless to tube-in, so the procedure is pretty much the same. It's just that you just got to be very careful with the inner tube, because you may puncture it if you're not too careful. Okay. Try to pop the bead. There you go. Spin it around. Pop that out. Now, folks, if you're having trouble trying to break the bead once you remove the air, you can use the leverage technique. You like to spray some Windex just to make it slip out a little bit. In a 1 o'clock position, I guess. You know, it would be too far out. Just pull it out. There you go. Pretty much at some point, it may just be easier to like kind of pull it out with your hands, which I'm going to try and do here. Which is the case, yes. Use my hand. Now, once we got the bead off on this side, just turn it around and we're going to work from the other side. So, and put the bead rim protector in there. The tire spool. Just pry it out. And just, yeah, pops out easy. It's easier than I thought though. So, now we got that out. And there you go. Simple as that, folks. Okay, now we remove the stem valve. Alright folks, now that we got the tire been sitting in the sun for this past few minutes while we're removing the old tire, it's nice and warm and ready to be worked with. Before we get started, you notice these markings here. You can see it right over here. This is the lightest point of the tire, and what we normally do, what we're supposed to do, is align it with the stem on the rim. Right here, mark with the stem. And to always make sure it's turning to the direction that the tire is supposed to be made for, unless it's made for both ways. Maybe a little help here. There you go. So now that we got that part in there, now it's time to put the inner tube. See all that folding right there? Alright, now that we got the tube in, it moved a bit. So now it's time to get the other side of this bead into the rim. There's a tube. Once that gets in there, like I said, I'm not using a rim protector because it seems that it's not really that much of an effort to put it in the rim. Wait, once it just pop it in and there you go. You know what? And then pump it up and pop the beads. There you go. So now we're gonna balance it. So what I'm using here is 2 jack stands. It's just the regular ones here, the medium size or the small size. Kind of level it, put the axle right in, center it, and just kind of lay it there. And then spin it freely like that. Spin around. And just want to mark it center right there. This is where we're going to put the weights. Now, these are cheap kinds. They're going cheap, and there's no way this thing will stick. I'm going to sand the area just a little bit and use this bonding glue. I don't know how the light's going to go through that, but right there. It sets in about a couple seconds. Okay, so what I did is I just glued the sides here. This is where it's exposed, where it's easily set. So now, right now, it's pretty tight. It's holding pretty good for now. Let's try with the 3 o'clock position. Just right over here. See, it rises a little bit, but barely, to the 9 o'clock position. just right there. Let it go. And again, it just moves just a little bit, so I think we're good here. Now it's time to install it. Now I did have to remove the stock fender because, like I said, the tire was just a little bit thicker than the OEM. I went to a 90. Actually went from a 70 to a 90. There you have it. That is the rear tire. Now the same thing applies to the front tire. Alright folks, there she is. She's all complete. Now what to do is just torque the axle bolts to its torque specification. So this is it, folks. This is the Madass dual sport upgrade, as you can see, as well as the Enduro front fender. So that is it. Just pretty much the basics of just trying to install a tire. You know, like I said, you don't have to be a professional. You don't have to be an expert. Just a little know-how and a little basic tools, and then you're good to go. So thanks for watching, guys. You guys take it easy, have fun, and enjoy the ride, my friends. One Man's Gram out. Gonna test this sucker out.